This was a fun problem sent to me by Sandy, and I've had a little look at it. We've got a clockmaker here with a 12-hour clock, but the lunatic has made both hands the same size. So it's going to make things confusing. Now it says here, for example, this is at 7:23. So that's going to be the 23, this is going to be the 7. But of course it could be, if we swap hands, 4:37. So we've got the 4, that's the hour hand, and then this is the minute hand 37. Now we don't count the 12 p.m. Assuming we start there, because if both hands are absolutely together at the 12, you know that's going to be where it is. So how many times does this happen from midday to midnight? Quite a fun thing to think about. So first thing I had to go at was reminding myself of how we find when the hour hand and the minute hand occupy the same angle, the same place. The hour hand will go, in 12 hours it will go 360 degrees, so this is the hour hand going along here, the blue line, to 360 degrees. The minute hand is going much faster, it's going to go 12 times faster, so it's going to catch up here just after the 1 hour marker, and you can see there's obviously a lag. It's a little bit later catching up with the 2 and the 3, but you're going to get 10 positions here where it occupies the same place. We don't count the beginning and the end, so that gives us a starting point of 10 places. My next thought was perhaps we need to look at a case of symmetry. Drawing a line from 12 down to the 6, then it would look like this angle, the minute hand, if we consider this as the minute, the angle between that one and the vertical line will be set the same as this one to the vertical line. So I thought, well, maybe that's what you're going to get. You're going to get when the minute hand here, hour hand there, that's when you're going to get a match. Being fond of Excel, I thought let's have a look and modify Excel spreadsheet so that we now look at not just the angle, but the angle relative to that central line between the 12 and the 6. That will make the hour hand get up to 90 degrees at 3 o'clock, and then it starts going back down again, whereas before it just took off in that direction. So the hour hand is going to do this for 12 hours. The minute hand is going to be following the red line, which will give us these points of intersection, which might be solutions to the problem. And then obviously the next test is to draw those out and see if it works. So the spreadsheet, this column marks out the difference in angles between the hour and the minute. Don't worry about to the left, there's all kinds of rubbish. This is the difference. So, and I've set up a conditional format so that when it gets less than 1 degree, it goes blue. So here's a starting off point. Now if we whip through fun and games, we come to a point here which is at 27:67, 0 hours and 27.67 minutes. And we've got to look and see whether that is a match. So if we want to test these symmetry positions, we go down to, say, this one here, which I think is the first one. You can see I've already worked it out. No, is 32 minutes past the hour, so this would be, where are we, about 32 there. This would be sitting somewhere here, so the symmetry position would be where they were in a straight line. Let's try and get this exact now. So 32 would be somewhere like that. This would be nearly 33. So there we go. That's a symmetry position where that angle there is equal to that angle there. But reverse the clock. So this is now the hour hand, and we see that the hour hand then would be 6 o'clock, considerably past the 30 minutes, so therefore this one should have been somewhere around here. So that doesn't work. Going down to one that did seem to work, 0:55 and 33, so that's 55, so 33 will be somewhere around about here. Again, there's your symmetry. This angle equals this angle. Reverse them, and this would be the hour. So to say, well, we've just gone a little bit past 11 o'clock, and therefore the minute hand has gone past the 12. Yeah, so somewhere around about here, there will be a match. So that one does work. Now, if we then scroll all the way down to there, it took a while, but I like doing these things. I found that of the symmetry positions, 21 of them were okay, 26 did not out of 47, and there were 47 of those crossover points. There would be 48, but we don't count the 12. So that's given us now 21. A bit more thought, and I began to be suspicious that there were more answers. So I've linked the hands together, easily done by saying make the angle 12 times whatever that angle is. I mustn't go all the way around past an hour, otherwise it loses track. If I want to do that, I drag the blue one. So let's start up here. Now there's a match which we're not allowed to include. So are there any possible matches with the minute hand between 12 and the 1? Well, in this position, the blue is to the left of the red. So if we reversed the hands and said make this the minute hand and this the hour hand, that would be crazy, because then the minute hand would surely be to the right. So there's nothing up to the 1. But when we get past the 1 a little bit, and we think, well, that's 6 minutes past 12. Reverse hands, and we've gone, it's just a little bit past 1, which is all right. The minute hand could be in the right position. So somewhere in that region, there's a spot which works. Let's go past the 2. So a little bit past the 2, and we're now at, say, 11, heading, that would be 12 minutes, so 11, so it'll be 10 minutes and a bit past the hour. Reverse hands, this is 2 o'clock, a little fraction, so there must be. As I move this across here, that blue angle will get bigger, and it must pass the right point, so there's a match there. Go past the 3, a little bit past the 3, so this is 15, 16 minutes. Reverse hands, it's 3 o'clock, and that would be 3:30. 3:30 would be there. 3:15, 3:10, 3:05, 3:1. You're going to get a position where this little angle here makes it work. And so I then thought, well, I think it's going to be for every single sector. When the minute hand is somewhere between an hour marker and the next hour marker, it's going to match. Let's try here, 7. Let's go a little bit past this here, so we're at 36 minutes, something around there, heading for 37. So 36, 37. Reverse the hands, this is now the hour hand, and we've gone a little bit past the halfway, which is 30, so there's going to be a match there as well. Over to 11, and we get a point here, which is one of the symmetry points we got from the last spreadsheet, so that's going to match. Well, what about if we go crazy And let's go, say, to 7 o'clock. So now let's have a little look. So if we're going past, this is now 7 o'clock, so 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, 7 and a half. Now if we rotate this round and say, let's have this as the hour hand, I've now got that it's 1 o'clock. It's going to be about 1:30, so this is 1:30 there. So there's going to be a point here where it's going to pass through the correct time. So it looks like there's going to be one for every sector. There are 12 sectors, 12 hours, that's 144. If we're not allowed to count the one at the top there, then it makes 143, which is quite startling. Do people agree?